Welcome back to the weekly series on what no one tells you about being chronically ill, because let's be real, it's a lot. Last week we talked about medical gaslighting and professionals and gaslighting like with friends and family, all that kind of stuff. And it was so interesting because I absolutely struggle with that. And thank you to anyone that kind of messaged me about it as well, because I completely hear everything you're saying. This week we're going to talk about being able to follow every single thing you are told to do, whether that's a diet, medication, etc., and something could still happen within your chronic illness. So, for instance, use endometriosis as an example. You could follow everything that you're meant to do, wear a TENS machine, a hot water bottle, take your meds, follow an anti-inflammatory diet, whatever, and still have a flare up. And that is hard hitting for some people because people go so into themselves and go, it's obviously something that I've done wrong, or it's obviously something that I've changed. But it doesn't mean that. It just means that a chronic illness, in particular like endometriosis or adenomyosis or anything like that, is very unpredictable and very unreliable. But that doesn't then make you unpredictable or unreliable. It just means what you're experiencing is doing that to you. So we spend so much of our time trying to, like, our body is trying to play catch up all the time to learn how to navigate with these new illnesses in our body, but then our mind's playing catch up as well. You instantly can feel very deflated and depressed about that, and that is completely understandable. Like, I get annoyed when I know I've not done anything to put myself in a flare up, but I still get a flare up. Like, it's natural to be annoyed at that. And that's something that people don't talk about when you're getting diagnosed with anything, because people just tell you that you're going to experience this. This is what you need to do to stop it. But they don't tell you what happens if you experience it whilst you're doing all the things you're supposed to do. So I do find that quite interesting. And I spoke a little bit about it over TikTok, and a lot of people over TikTok agree as well. So if you want to join the conversation over there, I will put my TikTok on the screen and you can get involved. But that is one of the things that I would find is quite frustrating, because like I definitely know that at the start of my journey, like, I was doing everything in terms of like moving my body, like avoiding certain foods and all that kind of stuff, and I was still getting a flare up. I remember sitting there thinking, like, what am I doing wrong? And I was proper internalizing it and going, like, clearly there's something wrong with me, or I'm doing something wrong, or whatever. And then I just soon realized and learned, as I got into researching endometriosis and the effect on the body and all that kind of stuff, I realized it actually wasn't anything I was doing, it was just the condition itself. So yeah, please let me know below if that is the case, because I know a lot of people have kind of said that they experience that as well. I think in terms of managing it, I think I symptom log, like I symptom track all the time. And I think that's a really key thing to managing endometriosis or managing any kind of health condition. A lot of specialists always kind of encourage that, whether that's like a period journal or a period log. But I've always tracked my symptoms in terms of like what medication I'm taking, how does that medication affect me? And I find when you go into your appointments and you've got your symptom journal with you, it really helps advocate for yourself. So for instance, you can go, I've got this symptom and this is how it affects me daily. That really emphasizes to the doctor or the specialist you're talking to how and why that affects you and what they need to do to help you with it, basically. I also think it can help because obviously you can just forget stuff. Like, I get horrendous brain fog, and whenever I'm in appointments and stuff, everything that I've planned to say, it just all goes out my head. So if I've written down a list of questions I want to answer before I leave, or I've got a set topic of things I want to cover, that kind of helps me keep on track with what I want to discuss, if you know what I mean. So I do think that really helps as well, and I think that's an underrated step. 100%. I absolutely find as well, like, taking someone with you to appointments really makes a difference as well, and also then being able to slowly understand the process of these appointments and what a doctor or specialist might say, kind of how they're going to navigate you when you get home. Like, are you feeling okay? Are you feeling emotional? Like, it's completely normal to feel vulnerable after these appointments. So having someone there with you that loves and cares about you can absolutely really help that situation as well, I think. Craig, would you like my little cups? They're so adorable. I think there's loads of things that people don't tell us about being chronically ill, but I could go on for hours, couldn't I? But I just find it really interesting because it's things that I've just discovered along my journey, and things that I've definitely found that I didn't know to start with. And I was like, I wish someone could have told me this. So this is obviously why I document my journey and I share my journey. Obviously, I started on TikTok and stuff, but obviously now, like, branching out to other platforms. So if you are here and you are watching this, thank you. I appreciate you. And yeah, just let me know whether there's anything else that you think is important to cover. I'm still learning every single day, especially about endometriosis. Like, I've been diagnosed since 2023, and I find out new things every single day, and I'm learning new things every single day. So yeah, and I think that's probably the case for everybody else. So yeah, thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next one.